Karma Mini.
Adhibhutam sharo bhavaha purushaschaadhidaivatam adhiyagyoham evatra dehe deha bhritam vara. Physical nature is known to be endlessly mutable. The universe is a cosmic form of the Supreme Lord, and I am that Lord, represented as the Supersoul dwelling in the heart of every embodied being. What is Adhibhutam? This material manifestation which is always changing, that is called Adhibhutam. So the energy which does not change, that is called Brahm, and the energy which is always changing, ever changing, that is called Adhibhuta, material nature. Then what is Adhidevatam? So this is also very important to understand. As we discussed in previous chapter, as is the macro, so is the micro. Universe is a complete unit in itself, and so are all of our bodies. Our bodies are also sample universe. The same principles apply, same arrangement is there. And even an atom is also sample universe. The same arrangement is there within the atom. The four principles of eating, mating, sleeping, defending are present even within the atom, Srila Prabhupada explains. So just as our body has got so many cells, and every cell is a living entity, we all know that cell has got life, and cell does all the functions that we do. Cell takes birth, cell grows, produces byproducts, and defends itself, and there is dwindling and ultimately vanishes, it is destroyed. So these 6 changes, wherever soul is present, all those bodies will undergo: birth, growth, byproduction, maintenance, dwindling and vanishing. So many cells are present in the body. Every cell has got a spirit soul. Unless spirit soul is present, matter cannot show these changes: growth, byproducts, destruction, dwindling. So unless soul is present in the cell cannot show these 6 changes: birth, growth, maintenance, dwindling, vanishing, producing byproducts. So just like so many cells are there, and every cell is conscious about what is happening to itself. But anybody pricks any cell or tissue of my body, I become conscious immediately. So I am able to sense anything which is happening to all the cells of the body, but one cell may not be knowing what is happening to the cell next to it. In a similar fashion, just like the cells are part and parcel of my body, there are so many souls in this body. But the body is able to sustain itself because of the presence of primary soul, the living entity which is there in the heart, which is conscious of the entire body. When that soul moves out of the heart, then the body will not be able to maintain itself, and all those cells also will be destroyed automatically. Similar is the case with us and the universe, we are like small cells in the universal body. This entire universe is also a body, just like we have got this body now. And this body is called Adhidevatam, which is called the universal form of the Lord. We take these small forms, and the God also, when he enters this material universe, the universe takes certain shape. Just like when the soul enters the semen of the father, then under certain suitable combination of the chemicals, those chemicals evolve into a body. Similarly, if the Supreme Soul God he has entered in this bubble of the universe develops into the forms that we see around us. Mountains, rivers, valleys, and so many other species of life, trees, they all develop because of the presence of one unique form of the Lord. Lord takes 3 primary incarnations which are called Purushavatas in this material world. Generally we think Lord Vishnu is only one, but Vedas tell no. One, because in this material universe, demigods are able to approach just one of the Vishnu forms. Other 2 Vishnu forms are very rare to be seen by the living entities. So Vedas mention Vishnostu trini rupani purushakhyani atho viduhu. Vishnostu trini rupani. There are 3 forms of Vishnu. Ekam tu mahata srishti. The first Vishnu, Mahavishnu or Karanodakshai Vishnu, creates the cosmic intelligence, the original substance from which this entire world is created. This world is nothing but transformation of intelligence. We want to create artificial intelligence. Krishna already has done that. That artificial intelligence is called Mahat Tattva, and that transforms itself into so many substances. Three modes of nature are there, they agitate, then the Mahat Tattva, and then we see the 5 gross elements, 3 subtle elements, and then everything develops later. So that Mahat Tattva is created by Mahavishnu. And then within this material world, Mahat Tattva is just like a cloud, just like the earth is covered by the cloud. And because of the cloud, we are not able to see the sun. Because of this covering of this Mahat Tattva, we are not able to understand the existence of spiritual world, which is full of effulgence and light. This is the universal geography explained. Geography telling in crude terms. The universal situation, existence is explained in the Vedas. So this material world, which is 1/4 of the total creation, where repeated birth and death happens, in 3/4 portion, which is called Tripada Vibhuti in the Vedas, there is no repeated birth and death. Life is eternal over there. So in this 1/4 of the creation, which is called Ekapada Vibhuti, repeated birth and death happens. And here, when Mahavishnu enters this world, he produces many universes from his bodies. And all these universes are like anda, like eggs. Dvitiyam tu andasthansitam, the second form of Vishnu, enters in all these egg-shaped universes. If at all science advances, we do not know how science will advance so much because we are very small, insignificant. We don't know even our solar system very nicely. So if we analyze, go outside the universe, we will be able to perceive the shape which is like that of egg. Dvitiyam tu andasthansitam. So in this egg, the Lord enters in the form of Garbhodakshai Vishnu, second Vishnu. And then from the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu, a lotus flower emanates. And in the stem of the lotus flower, so many universes are manifest, and you would have seen in the pictures if you visit or in some of the carvings in the ancient Indian temples, you will see Lord Brahma is manifest on top of the lotus. So in the stem of the lotus, all the planets are existing. Whatever planets we see around us, they are existing in the stem. Now this may appear to be some fantasy, but actually it is not. So when we carefully read, make an analysis, research work into this work, we will understand. All those sages who have dedicated their life just to find truth, who reject this material world as false even though it appears to be real to the majority, they have accepted that this is fact. So if we do research, we'll be able to understand. And it as fact also. There is umbilical cord, isn't it? That is connected from the navel of the mother to the navel of the child. That umbilical cord is the way through which the child receives nourishment. So similar structure is there from the navel of Mahavishnu. You can call it a cord or a lotus flower. It is actually, the Vedas described. But the same thing which happens here with the humans also. In that, on top of that flower, there is existence of Lord Brahma. And thus, within those stems, so many planetary systems are manifest, and so many living entities are living on those planets. And Tritiyam Atma Bhutastham Tani Gyatva Vimuchyate. The third Vishnu form is called Kshirodakshai Vishnu. He lives on a special planet, Kshir Sagar, here in this material world, Shvetadvip planet. And this third Vishnu, Kshirodakshai Vishnu, Atma Bhutastham, he enters the heart of all the living entities and into each and every atom. And the third form of Vishnu enters in the heart of all the living entities and into each and every atom. As is the micro, so is the macro. Lord Vishnu enters in the universe, he enters into an atom also and sustains it. Same principles are there everywhere. And Tani Gyatva Vimuchyate. If you are able to actually realize and understand these three Vishnus, three Purusha avatars existing in this material world, such a person becomes liberated. So in this way, the Lord enters in this material world. So when Lord Krishna, in the form of Lord Vishnu, enters in this material universe, the form which the universe takes, it is called Adhidevatam. And all the demigods, all the devatas are part and parcel of this universal body, just like so many cells and so many worms in our intestine. We have so many worms, bacteria, they're all part and parcel of this body. Similarly, all the devatas, they are part and parcel of this universal body. Now, although this universe is in the form of an egg, but those meditators, those Spiritualists who are neophytes, who have just begun their process of meditation, who cannot understand the Lord who is present in the heart as Super Soul, that meditation is actually recommended. Yogi Hrid Dhyana Gamyam. The actual yogis, they meditate upon this form within the heart, but it is not easy to understand. Sometimes people may reject, oh, it is fantasy. Some people may tell, who has seen? If you are advanced, you can see. Just like scientists can see microorganisms or the macro celestial bodies by telescopes, laymen cannot see. So if we are able to advance in this learning in our consciousness, we will realize. So when the yogi he searches the super soul within the heart, he is able to see, then he advances in his meditation. But those who are not able to conceive, then they take this universal body itself as God. So this is easy to understand, that this universe also is developing. This body develops because of presence of spirit soul. The universe is manifesting so many forms because of presence of supreme spirit soul. So they meditate upon this universe. Whenever they see trees, they think, oh, these trees are hairs on the body of universal form of Lord. So they imagine this universe as a person. And the higher planetary systems, they are considered the head of the universal form. Lower planetary systems are considered the feet of this universal form. In this way, anything that they see around, when they see mountains, they consider them as the bones of the universal form. In this way, they try to meditate